Hello, my loves, and welcome to your weekend forecast. Now, if you tune in regularly, you know that I've been doing daily card readings. Well, I wanted to do a full weekend forecast because I'm going to start putting out the monthly readings for each sign. I got a little behind, so over the course of the next few days, I'm going to be putting those out. So I wanted to do a whole weekend forecast so I can start getting ahead on those. And I will probably not be doing the YouTube versions of the daily card readings next week, but I will be back to starting doing them on Instagram. So if you check out my Instagram, Reiki with Rachel, with all underscores, like Reiki underscore with underscore Rachel, I'll link to it below. You can still get your daily card messages. And then we'll probably be back up to normal the following week. But I know that a lot of you like your personal zodiac sign readings, so I'm going to be doing those. Since this is a full weekend forecast, it's going to be a little longer than our 4 minutes, but I am going to try and keep it fairly brief. And I have 3 cards pulled. This is for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I also pulled clarifying cards and energy cards, so we'll really get a clear picture. Let's just jump right into it, okay? We got for Friday the Judgment card, and whenever I see this is indicating a chapter, a project, something is coming to completion. You are wrapping something up. You're getting ready to wrap something up. Possibly you're getting ready to say goodbye to something to begin a new chapter. And this is it's not a bad thing. I'm not feeling like this is sad. If it is sad, you know that it's necessary, if that makes sense. You might be sad saying goodbye to something, but you know that you're calling in something new. It's like a rebirth. You know, all these people, whenever you see naked people, it tends to be like this rebirth. It's innocence, ready for this newness and not being bogged down by a lot of things that used to keep you stuck or stagnant in the past. So this is a beautiful energy. And again, since this is a daily card, this can be just a small movement to close a chapter towards this new chapter, or it could even be like a small project. I can think of something in particular in my life. I am planning a bachelorette weekend for my best friend, and I'm getting together with my other friend to plan it. And so that chapter is going to be closed for me because we're going to knock it out on Friday. So it could be something as little as that, or it could be more significant. And with that, and it could be twofold. It could be you're finishing up small projects, but there's something significant getting ready to be called in. And this makes a lot of sense that it is beginning in March. January and February carried a lot of that 2018 energy with it. I'm really feeling like March, for many of us, is going to be one of progression, of moving forward, of seeing things actually come into more of a manifestation. So I do think that the card is speaking on some level to a greater picture of that. So let's pull the clarifying card. And I pulled from a second deck, which is my doggy tarot, and we got the Fire Alpha Female. Now, the Fire Alpha Female is the Queen of Wands, and this is talking about action. It is talking about getting stuff done. So how I said, you might be completing a project. She also is one that often supports somebody else, or she's collaborating with somebody else, which kind of goes along with my story, how I'm collaborating with a friend to plan this weekend. So, there might be some collaboration. You might be supporting somebody on their journey, or you might just be standing in your own power and saying, I'm ready to allow this chapter to close because I know that something new is coming in. So the Fire Alpha Female is still a feminine energy, and a feminine energy, even though this is an action card, when you see more of a feminine energy, it does talk about allowing, being in this state, not trying to hold tightly to the old, but letting whatever's going to unfold, allow it to unfold. And to give a little extra clarification, I pulled one energy oracle card, and this is a beautiful one that we got. Blossoming Abundance. The first piece that stands out to me is the number 3 that is on this card. Number 3 is often talking about something actually coming into manifestation. So one, when we see the number one, that's like a new idea often, like something is ready to be manifested. When we see the number two, often that's talking about you're really calling something into your world. You're encouraged to think positively, to do visualizations. When we see the number three, it often is speaking to you or seeing physical manifestations. So what chapter is closing and the next one that is going to open is bringing in an abundance of some form, whatever that abundance means for you, and it could be on multiple levels. You could be planting the seeds for financial abundance. You could be opening up for the abundance of love, new relationships, new friendships, new job opportunities. But really what I'm feeling like, this card is coming to tell you all is going to be well. It's okay to close this whatever chapter, no matter how big or small, it's okay to allow it to close because something beautiful is waiting to come in. Okay, so that is Friday. What amazing energy. Let's move on now to Saturday. We get the Page of Cups, and this perfectly follows the Friday energy. You know, the Page of Cups is an innocent, new type of emotion. Sometimes it can be a little immature, but in this spread, what I'm feeling like is he is seeing what is next. He's looking at this fish, and he's saying, look at this little, look at this fish that I caught. I wonder how many more fish are out there that I can catch. So I'm feeling like you're ready to close something on Friday, and Saturday, you are feeling this newness. You might not know exactly all that it's going to entail. You might not know how it's all going to pan out, the technicalities of it, but you can feel that something good is about to happen. And let me pull the clarifying card for Saturday from my Puppy Oracle card deck. And this is the Sky Guardian, which is the Knight of Swords. And this is talking about moving forward. So this card, I always, whenever I pull from this deck, see he's jumping from this one cliff to the next cliff, and my eye always goes to these clouds. It's something, to me, this old cliff had a heavy energy. It had an energy of feeling stuck, of feeling suffocated is the word I'm getting. And he's saying, you know what, I'm done with it. I'm done. And he's jumping to this new cliff that is clear and it's new. And he doesn't know what's on the other side. And that leap is a little scary, but he feels it is something that he needs to do. So remember this Page of Cups. Behind the card, I don't want to knock them over, the Page of Cups behind the card is about this new feeling. So there might be a little bit of hesitation because you're going to be jumping to this next stage. But know that you're going to be leaving behind a lot of these feelings of suffocation, of stagnation, anything that is downward pulling, and you're taking steps. This is a mental card, so you're taking at least mental steps, some emotional steps to kind of moving on and pushing yourself through that fear, through any perceived obstacles, so that you can then take more action. All right, so let's move now on to Sunday. Sunday, we got this Six of Pentacles, and this is talking about coming into balance. Is immediately what I'm drawn to are the scales. Feeling like whatever you are, the chapter that's closing, you holding on to these positive emotions, knowing that this leap is going to be worth it, recognizing any fear you have, but still kind of pushing through and saying, I know I'm on the right direction, is bringing things back into balance. I feel like many of us have not felt like the world supported us. We haven't felt supported by other people, maybe, and you're moving into the next stage, and you're feeling more comfortable in yourself. You're feeling more grounded in your situation. And this card is talking about giving back. So when we feel lack in our lives, we can't give back to others. But once we start to feel balanced and grounded and happy emotionally, physically, mentally, then we are able to give that energy back because our energy is filled up. Now, I just remembered that I forgot to show you the energy card for Saturday. So let's just go back for this energy card for Saturday, and this is the Thinking Man in reverse. And so this is talking about On Saturday, possibly strategizing, but not overthinking anything yet. Because if you get super in your head, then that really drains you. That creates a lack of balance. And by Sunday, we're coming back into that balance, right? So you want to allow yourself to dream on Saturday. You want to allow yourself to think, like, what's next? What can my life look like? Just daydream is what I'm feeling. All of the possibilities, but don't overthink the technical aspects of it. Because once you do, then you allow fear in. So allow yourself to daydream, and as you do, you're kind of feeling supported by the universe. And then by Sunday, you're feeling balanced. You have this energy within you that you are wanting to give back to others in some way. So maybe this is a new business idea. Maybe this is you're feeling supported and loved by the universe, and you can then give that love and support to others. You're no longer at a point, I feel like this weekend transition is getting you to a point where you're able to give more unconditionally. You're able to give from a knowing that what you give will be given back. And you're not coming from this place of lack anymore, of doubt anymore. And that's, of course, it's beautiful when you can see the progression of a few days, because you can see that when you allow a chapter to close, something to come to an end, and you allow yourself to dream without overthinking, then you're building your energy back up. You're coming into balance, and you're really opening yourself up for physical manifestations of what you're wanting to call in, of what this new chapter is. So let me show you the clarifying card. And this is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is talking about your intuition. What I'm really feeling like is you are being very supported by the universe, by Source, in whatever decisions or whatever steps that you are taking at this time. So you're being very encouraged to continue to tune in to that. The High Priestess often talks about the subconscious mind and the intuitive mind. When you allow yourself to get stuck in doubt and fear and overthinking, you're sinking back into those subconscious patterns of lack. But when you allow yourself to daydream, when you allow yourself to just quiet your mind and know and trust, so there's not any control here, there's just a full trust, then you tune into your intuition and you see what your next steps are. I'm just feeling it's like the universe is giving you a giant hug right now and telling you you are safe and this next chapter is going to be beautiful. Now, the energy cards that came out, the first one that came out was Broken Heart. And so, of course, I need to get some clarification on that one because nobody likes to see that card. Then I got Healer of the Ages. This is talking about healing a broken heart. It's talking about what I was just speaking of with, maybe in the past you didn't feel supported, you didn't feel worthy, you were just nervous, just anxious and filled with fear. And the new chapter that you're opening, you're going to be healing this. And this is not just talking about love, although it can be. This is talking about all aspects of your life. When you look at this heart, it's not broken, it's just cracked. And you're just filling in that crack. And I see one single teardrop. And to me, that single teardrop is talking about the final phase of letting go of something that made your heart hurt, that made you feel just not good, not worthy, not lovable. You're letting that go. You're healing that. And as you do, then you just naturally get these intuitions, because remember we got the High Priestess, you naturally get these intuitions and guidance, and you naturally just flow into whatever this new chapter of your life is, this chapter that is really bringing this March energy. I feel like a lot of us are going to be experiencing some changes this month, but all of these cards indicate that they're going to be exactly what you've been wanting. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Keep an eye out for your zodiac sign reading for the month of March to get some more clarification on what's actually going to be going on this month. if you are interested in a personal reading or a distance energy session, you can click the links below. I'll link to it in the description. So much love and light. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend.